It looks like the wonderful Candace Parker is going all in on the WNBA, man. She's not just going in on what seems like Angel Reese with her opinions. She's going in on all of them. She's not holding back. And we're going to start off this particular podcast discussing the Angel Reese component. And then we're going to move into the pay us what you owe us component. But welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. We talk facts for feelings. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez. Show not like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the topic at hand. Greatly appreciate y'all continued support as we continue to grow this channel. Appreciate y'all always. Sorry I couldn't do a live tonight after the Indiana Fever game. I was out to dinner with my colleagues. I didn't even get to watch the game yet. I've only watched the first quarter, and I do have to go to sleep. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning right now as I record. I got to be up at 7:30 for my meetings, and hopefully I can get something in tomorrow night, maybe possibly get a live later in the evening. I do know that they play Friday, so definitely Friday night we will be live after the game, giving our 2, 3, 4, 5 cents on what's going on. But man, oh man, again, this is Rudy's Rant. Welcome back. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell. Leave a comment. Let me know y'all thoughts. So Candace Parker made a list, right? She made a list of tiers based on 10 players. Now, I think she probably made a mistake in doing just 10 players. She probably would have been better off doing 20 so that it doesn't look like she's taking a shot or a dump on Angel Reese. I don't think she took a dump on Angel Reese personally. I have been very complimentary of Angel Reese with a lot of the stuff that she's been doing over the last month of the season. Her numbers have blown up. Yeah, she's gonna always have the bloopies. The bloopies are always gonna happen. She's awkward. She's not very athletic, but results are results. She's averaging 14, 13 on 45% shooting. She's gotten better as the season has progressed. The first 10 games were an abomination, but the last 10 to 12 have been overall very good. And even yesterday, she went for, I think, 22 and like 13. I mean, I know she was 6 to 16. I know, again, she had the bloopy moments. She's going to have those. She's going to have the rim blocking her shot. She gets her shot blocked more than anyone on the planet. We all know this. This is not new. But we have to be objective. We've got to be objective about things. Candace Parker makes this list. And I'm not even playing Candace Parker's part on the list because I actually can't find the video, to be honest. I really don't care because I know it. She has these tiers, the S, A, B, and C. So on the S tier, she puts Asia Wilson, Nafisa Collier, and Brianna Stewart. On the A class, she puts Caitlin Clark, Sabrina Ionescu. On the B class, she puts Arike Egumbawale, she puts Paige Beckers, and that's it. And then on the C class, she puts Cam Brink. Why is Cam Brink in this conversation? She's barely played. And she puts Angel Reese. Now, did I miss somebody? Let me verify before I run with this. Okay, so I left off Kelsey Plum from the A list. So again, Wilson, Collier, Stewie, S, I guess that's superstar. I guess that's what she's calling them, or superior. Don't really know how it's superior, but okay. Caitlin, Sabrina, Kelsey Plum, A, Arike Egumbawale, and Paige Beckers, B, Angel Reese, and Cam Brink, C. Now let's talk about this list. She says, challenge me. And she's been doubling, tripling down on this thing, man. She really's going all in on it. And, the Angel Reese fans are losing their shit. Reese is coming back. It looks like she's bothered because Angel Reese can't stay off fucking Twitter. I mean, she can't stay off it. You like, bro, Why are you so worried about what everybody or anybody says about you? Does it freaking matter? It doesn't matter what they say about you. Like, bro, you're a ball player making bread. Why are you so worried about what other people say about you? Like, just get the fuck over it. But I'm gonna hit first on the comments from Candace Parker, who I do have a great deal of respect for, because at least Candace Parker has the stones, the ovaries, the huevos, the balls. You know, she has balls, but she has the professionalism, and she has it in her to tell the truth, right? Whether you agree with her or not is a different story. She's got no problem talking truth. She's got no problem giving her opinion. She's got no problem analyzing and giving an analyst opinion on the topic at hand. Unlike the WNBA people on Ion, on whatever other channel, they don't ever say shit. They never say anything. They just glaze and glaze and glaze and glaze. I give Candace Parker true credit for criticizing Caitlin Clark, and she gives rightful criticism. Now, do I agree with the list? No. I don't think she should have done 10 players. She probably should have done 20, so it doesn't look like you're taking kill shots at Angel Reese. But she made a comment about challenging the list, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to start off with Arike Ogunbowale. Arike Ogunbowale fucking sucks. Like, she's fucking trash. Garbage. Basura. Tremendo mierda. Absolute shit. I would not have... Arike Ogunbowale has dropped like fucking off of a cliff. She's not even the best player on her team. How can you put her in a B class next to Paige Beckers? Paige Beckers is better than her already. There's a reason there's rumors of Arike Ogunbowale potentially being traded, because she sucks. She sucks. She wouldn't even be on that list if it was my list. Cam Brink, get her ass off the list. How are you even including her? You can't put her in the same class as fucking Angel Reese. Not right now. Not when she hasn't played. Now, Stewie, fuck out of here. She's not S-class. I don't give two flying fucks about the rings that Stewie's won, because we're not talking about her career. We're talking about right the fuck now. And right now, Brianna Stewart is just a player. She's not a star. She's not a superstar. She is upper echelon in the WNBA, which tells you all you need to know about the goddamn league. But she's not even the best player on her team. That's Jonquel Jones. The fact that Jonquel Jones was not included in this conversation when she's better than both Brianna Stewart and Sabrina Ionescu, I think Brianna Stewart is the third best player on her team. How can she be S-class? Like, they've overrated Brianna Stewart since college. The winningest, she's won 4 NCAA championships. Who gives a fuck? I'll agree with Nafisa Kali. I'll agree with Asia Wilson. And you're goddamn right, I'm throwing motherfucking Caitlin Clark in that S-class, because I don't consider that superior. I consider that superstar. And the reality is, there's only one true superstar in the WNBA, and her name is Caitlin Clark. It's just the reality. But let's talk about this now, because yes, I would have Angel Reese ahead of fucking Arike Ogunbowale. No question about it. Now let's go a little deeper into this thing. Angel Reese is a top 10 player in the WNBA. It is what it is. You don't have to agree with me. In fact, I don't give a fuck if you agree with me or not. She's absolutely a top 10 player in the WNBA. Was she a top 10 player in the WNBA the first 10 games? Fuck no. She was terrible. Horrendous. She was horrible. But you know what? She's changed. Things have changed. Her game has changed. She's becoming more comfortable in her role, in what she's doing. Now, has she had the turnover stuff that Caitlin Clark had to deal with? Yes, sir. She leads the league in turnovers. She had a 9 turnover game, even in a situation in which she doesn't handle the ball more than 50% of the time. I don't even think she handles the ball 50% of the time. She's not the primary ball handler. You could put her at point forward all day. She's still not the primary ball handler. So when you have 9 turnovers, and you're just flubbing the ball away and throwing it away left and right. Like, we're not talking about you making a pass in which you're trying to thread a needle. You're talking about she just giving the fucking that game. She just gave the ball away. Like, here you go. Here you go. And then she's just, again, she's awkward. She's not tremendously skilled, but the WNBA overall stinks. WNBA stinks. And you cannot you can shit on her rebounding, fucking shit on the me-bounding. I agree with you. She grabs a shit ton of her own rebounds. But even if you removed every fucking rebound of her own that she grabbed of her own, she would still be leading the WNBA in rebounding. Period. It's a fact. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. It's an absolute fucking fact. If you remove every rebound of her own shot that she's grabbed, she would still lead the league in rebounding. Period. She's averaging 14 and 13 right now, along with like 4 assists or something like that. And she's shooting 45%. She's only taking 11 shots a game. Would I take her over Satu Sabali? Fuck yeah. Satu Sabali is, according to Stephanie White, is the 4th best player in the WNBA. And she shoots 39%. I would take Angel Reese ahead of her all day long. I would take Angel Reese probably between 8 and 10, depending on the situation. If I'm drafting from nothing, there's only 7 players that I can guarantee that I would take ahead of her. Caitlin Clark, Asia Wilson, Nafisa Collier, Sabrina Ionescu, Jonquel Jones, Paige Beckers, and Alyssa Thomas. After that point, I'm having a deliberation here. And my conversation now becomes Jackie Young, Alicia Gray. Alicia Gray might be 8. But now I'm having that conversation about Jackie Young and Angel Reese. There's no other player in the league. I'm not taking Kelsey Plum ahead of Angel Reese. Not a chance. And I like Kelsey Plum. I'm not taking Kelsey Mitchell ahead of Angel Reese. And I like Kelsey Mitchell. Because I'm actually a big picture person with this shit. Kelsey Mitchell is a one-trick pony. Score the ball. This is what it is. And you might say that Angel Reese is a one-trick pony in rebound the ball. But she's becoming a lot more. And she's 23 years old. You have to understand basketball. People get drafted every single day in the NBA at 19 years of age for potential, not for what they do right now. Just being real. I'm looking at a big picture of where I can see her game going, which is what I saw in Unrivaled. I saw it, and it's starting to happen. You don't have to like it, but it's starting to happen in front of you. She's going to have the bloopers. She's going to have the fucking plays that make you say, oh, my God. But that's the WNBA, man. They all have them. They all have them. I've seen Natasha Howard shoot a jump shot from the fucking corner that lands on the top of the backboard. I mean, I've seen Caitlin Clark make crazy mistakes. I've seen Nafisa Collier make crazy mistakes. I've seen Asia Wilson make crazy mistakes. Asia Wilson can't make a jump shot outside 15 feet. They all do it. The entire league does this shit. So, yeah, I would take her in the top 10 in the she's a top 10 player as far as I'm concerned in the WNBA. Disagree with me? I'm fine with it. I don't care. I coach basketball. I know basketball. You can't sit here unequivocally and tell me that Jackie Young is better than Angel Reese, or that Kelsey Plum is better than Angel Reese, or that Satu Sabali is better than Angel Reese. I think Breanna Stewart stinks. My opinion of Breanna Stewart is not high. I think y'all know that by now. I don't think shit of Breanna Stewart. I think she is massively over fucking hyped. Massively. Like, I understand what Angel Reese brings to the table. Now, if she looks like the first 10 games, no, I wouldn't touch her with a 10-foot pole. But you're seeing a shift. Like, there was a stretch. I mean, she's been averaging like 17 and 15 on 46% shooting for the last 10 games. That's MVP level. That's MVP level, people. But let's talk about what else is going on. She's lost her mind now because this shit's affecting her. And now I have to wonder if this shit is now going to affect her to the point that it's going to fuck with her game. I got to wonder. I got to wonder because she is too much involved with social media. Someone needs to tell this young woman, get the fuck off social media. It's not going to help you. Look at this shit. This is yesterday. Clout is one hell of a drug. Like, it really gets to a point. So you're mad at Candace Parker because Candace Parker, a Hall of Fame women's basketball player, the only player that won Rookie of the Year and League MVP the same year, and you're mad because she gave her opinion on you, bro? Like, get a fucking life. You're that butthurt that she gave an opinion on, and she's going to double down on her fucking opinion because people like your stupid fans are attacking her over her opinion? Sorry, she's not Monica McNutt. She's not Andrea Carter. She's not Carolyn Peck. She's not one of the fucking Glazers that you have. She's not Elle Duncan. She's not one of them motherfuckers. First person here, the Pope. You're the biggest clout chaser. You only at where you. Yeah, and I agree with that comment. Angel Reese has always been a clout chaser. Always. But then you have an idiot like this saying, I'm taking Angel above everybody except Asia. Yeah, you're a fucking moron too. See, like, this is the thing. Like, you got one end of the spectrum, you got the other end of the spectrum. I'm not on either end of the spectrum. Like, I'm not. Does she have massive flaws? For sure. You're not taking her second behind Asia Wilson. First of all, you're taking Collier ahead of Asia Wilson if you've been paying attention, you fucking moron. She's on a trash team, sure. Whatever. Missing layups ain't got nothing to do with the trash team. That's on her. That's on her. Then you have idiots like this. The amount of men commenting BS on a young woman who is more successful than is great. Mind you, this is a man, I presume, based on that name. Not to mention the fact that she's a professional athlete. You guys who want to eat her clit and suck her titty, you loser motherfuckers have no credibility. Because the only reason you give two flying fucks about her is because you want to fuck her and you fantasize about her. It's not because you're actually watching her play. It's not because nobody most people don't watch her play. Let's be honest. You can be honest about it. The reality is you sitting here, she's a pro athlete. You want money, you want clout, you want all those things. You're going to get criticized for when you suck. Everybody should be criticized when they suck. Please don't treat it about drugs. You're a role model. No, it's not. This guy's a moron too. You know, say it to her face. Oh, but she ain't the little white girl who everyone. Oh, okay, I don't know. Go to sleep. There's some nonsense. There's some not pleasant tweets replying to her. But here's the problem with Angel Reese. This is Angel Reese's profile. As you see, I do not follow her, but I can Google her. I can search it. And you can see right here, this is today, bro. 9 hours ago, 23 hours ago, today, 11 hours ago, 11 hours ago, 11 hours ago, 10 hours ago, 10 hours ago. This is today, the 30th, 28th. Like, she literally fucking lives on Instagram, bro. I mean, this on Twitter. She lives on social media. This woman lives on social media. How many posts are you doing? You are a pro athlete. Why the fuck are you living on this shit all day long? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It makes no kind of sense, right? And it's actually kind of fucking annoying because at the end of the day, you are making a shit ton of money. Why are you so concerned about what anybody thinks about you? If I was making the bread that Angel Reese, first of all, I don't give a shit what anyone thinks about me right now. But if I was making the type of bread that the only people who I care about their opinions of me, my wife and my children. That's it. That's it. I don't care what my other family members think of me. I don't care. I love my sister. Don't care what she thinks of me. I love my mother. Don't care what she thinks. You might say I'm an asshole for that. Yeah, I am. Because at the end of the day, I only care about what my people in my house think of me. Obviously, I care that my mom loves me and all that shit, but we don't agree on everything. In fact, we probably disagree on most things. We disagree on most things, and that's perfectly fine. But when you're making as much money as Angel Reese is making, and you're sitting here concerned about the opinion of Candace Parker or any freaking idiot, including myself, on the internet or doing a desk or whatever, who gives a shit what they think about you? You are too damn successful to give a fuck. But yet all she does is give a fuck. She cares way too much about what other people think. And I find it sad. And it's because she's 23 years old. She's 23 years old. She has to freaking everything has to be love. Everything has to be you're great. I don't live by that world, bro. I don't live in that world. I've never lived in that world. And at the end of the day, I'm never gonna live in that world. That's just reality. I am who I am. If you don't like it, double middle finger to you too. It doesn't matter to me. And that's her problem. She doesn't understand. She understands how to be petty, but she doesn't understand how to do this. And that's what she needs to learn to do. Because you got a lot more things that you could be doing, like fucking working on your game and perfecting your craft, than you could be sitting on fucking TikTok every fucking day and fucking Twitter and Instagram every goddamn day posting new content. Let alone worrying about some stupid fucking podcast. Like, get the fuck out of here. Her entire fucking career has been a clout chase. Her entire career has been built off the back of Caitlin Clark. We all fucking know this. This isn't a secret. From the day she followed fucking Caitlin Clark around the court and doing this shit and this shit after her team won a national championship, and instead of going and celebrating with your team, like she doesn't she took on a role that she doesn't like anymore. She wanted the role because of what it brought her. And now she doesn't want the role anymore. She doesn't like being looked at as the villain. So she's trying, she doesn't enjoy it. Because it's hard being the dickhead all the fucking time. It's hard. Like, she would not survive in WWE wrestling in the fucking 80s when these guys were walking around and playing the fucking heel character, and they're a heel in a goddamn airport when they see people. Like, those people, those wrestlers would be fucking dickheads in person on purpose because it was part of their character. Now they don't do that shit, but they used to. She doesn't like being the fucking heel. She hates it, in fact. She's pretty much shown you that she can't stand it. And she's shown you that everything that people say about her gets to her. It bugs her. It irritates her. And it will continue to do so until she grows a thicker skin. And all these fucking wuss motherfuckers that want to sit here and say, you're talking about a girl. Oh my God. No, she's a professional motherfucking athlete who's rocking a pay me what you owe me fucking t-shirt at the All-Star game. Sorry. You get talked about. You get talked about. Period. If you don't like it, quit. But again, I can go back at the Candace Parker commentary and say, yo, she is a top 10 player in my opinion. I would not have her on the same level as Cameron. Cameron ain't played. Cameron ain't showed me shit. You can watch the WNBA. Let's be real. If you really watch the WNBA, go watch the WNBA. Because I know for a fact that most of us are not Indiana fans, we're not WNBA fans. We're Caitlin fans. I'm a Caitlin fan. I've said it 1,001 times. That's why I refuse, and if I ever do it, it's slip of tongue. I refuse to use the word we when discussing the Indiana Fever, because I am not a Fever fan. In fact, in reality, I couldn't give two flying fucks if the Indiana Fever wins a game or not when Caitlin Clark's not playing. The only game that I actually wanted to see them fucking win was tonight against the Phoenix Mercury, and I wanted them to kick the shit out of the Mercury because of that fucking bitch, DeWanna Bonner. Is that a mean thing to say? I don't give a fuck. Like I just said, I don't give a fuck. And I'm so happy and I'm so proud of those fans for booing the ever-loving shit out of that fucking bum. I loved it. Like I said, I ain't watched the whole game. I watched the first quarter, and the first quarter when she walked in and they booed her sorry ass. Oh my God, that was fucking amazing. I loved it. And the fact they won the game 107-101, and Kelsey Mitchell plays like absolute certifiable dog shit is incredible. Ari McDonald comes out with the best game of her life. Aaliyah Boston in the fourth quarter goes for 14 straight to start the fourth in an even game. Unbelievable job. But outside of that game, I couldn't give two shits if they win a game or not without Caitlin Clark. It doesn't make a difference to me. I'm a Caitlin fan. But I do watch the WNBA because I do a podcast, and I can't actually speak intelligently about something if I don't watch other games. And I watch enough games to know that most of these women suck. And even in Angel Reese's inability to do certain things, guess what? 17 and 15 on 45% over a 10-game stretch. It's pretty goddamn impressive. It just is. I'm sorry, she was 46, 47%. It's pretty damn impressive. She's shooting 40. She's shooting right now, I believe, let me confirm this before I say it, but I believe, let me see. This will be shocking to y'all probably. Okay, no, it's not. So homegirl Asia Wilson, after her game of the day, probably jumped her field goal percentage. I thought that she was actually shooting pretty much neck and neck with Asia Wilson field goal percentage. It's stretched now because Asia Wilson had a great game the last couple of games in terms of shooting. Nonetheless, she's shooting 45% from the field for the season after shooting 30% for the first 10 games. You can't take that from her. Now, on to other things. Candace Parker is in the fucking news. She now has a podcast with Aaliyah Boston, which, oh my God, bothers me. I think the podcasting shit from a player right now bothers me. You're active in season. You should not be doing this bullshit. You should be worried about playing basketball. We already know that they don't practice as it is. But let's talk about this. And I'm going to pull this one up for you because this is pretty fucking substantial, in my opinion, as the comments made by Candace Parker to Aaliyah Boston were pretty damning, and I agree with every single fucking thing she said. So this is what Candace Parker said to Aaliyah Boston in their podcast. And I'm telling you right now, I respect Candace Parker. I have great respect for Candace Parker because Candace Parker don't give a fuck. And I love that about her. I just love that about her, is that she just doesn't care. She's going to give you her opinion. She's a Hall of Fame basketball player. She had an amazing fucking basketball career. And she sees some bullshit on that court. And she's going to call it out. So let's see what she had to say, which we probably all agree with.
Y'all cannot come out there with those shirts of pay us what you owe us and then do that in the All-Star game.
No.
All right, let's stop right there. I'm not even going to listen to Aaliyah Boston yet. I want to give you my opinion on that shit because we all know what the reality was. We all thought that game was dog shit. It was unwatchable. It was unwatchable. It was the levels of an NBA All-Star game. It was exactly like an NBA game, and it sucked. Watching these women jack up 25-footers that they couldn't hit the rim on, embarrassing themselves, no defense, dog shit performance, trash as fuck. Horrible. I'll never watch that game again. I'll treat that bullshit like I treat the NBA game. I don't watch it. I will not watch it. It's not worth my fucking time. I enjoyed watching Sabrina shoot the lights out in the three-point contest. But then again, that was a dog shit performance for in terms of the event because it took an hour. Can you imagine paying for a ticket to be there for an hour? Oh my God, I lose my mind. But let's be real about the situation right here. That was a dog shit game. They embarrassed themselves. They embarrassed the league. And they're sitting here asking for more money, winning those ridiculous fucking T-shirts. If I'm an owner in that league, I'm telling them to go fuck themselves. Lock out. Bye. Strike. Bye. I don't give a fuck. Kick rocks. Kick rocks. This is Aaliyah Boston's ridiculous response.
No. Here's the thing. We come out every single night and we show why we deserve the money we deserve. An all-star game where when we have another game in 2 days.
Oh my God, another game in 2 days. Oh my God, the world's ending. Factually incorrect because they didn't play in 2 days. They played on Tuesday. So the game was on Saturday, Sunday off, Monday off. They played Tuesday in New York. They didn't have a game in 2 days. They had a game in 3 days. She can't even count. A little bit like she sounds like an NBA player now. We show every night. You serious? You're the consistently one of the most inconsistent players in the league, Aaliyah Boston. You lay eggs on some nights and play great on others. You're just like your fucking team, consistently inconsistent. Get the fuck out of here.
I think that is okay to just go out there and hoop and have some fun. Because on Tuesday, we were back at it.
And you got your ass kicked.
And we were playing. And we were showing once again why we deserve to get paid.
And you got your ass kicked. You got your ass kicked. You got your ass kicked. The New York Liberty kicked your ass. Like the fact that she's sitting here smiling with that face, I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. She has brainwashed herself into believing that they're fucking more than they are. You're telling this to a vet, a retired vet who's old school. Hoop and have fun. Motherfucker, you didn't hoop. You played like you played less than you would. You played with less effort than men at LA Fitness play with. Y'all women played with less effort in that game than people at LA Fitness play with. And you want to sit here with that face and sit here and tell me, oh yeah, we shouldn't have to play hard. You literally gained respect last year in the All-Star game because you played hard. And yet what you're going to do now is lose all that favor. And with that kind of bullshit performance, like y'all played with almost less effort than the men. And that's hard to do. At least the men can be, I don't know, entertaining and do things that are like, oh my God, when you got Dame Lillard and Steph Curry shooting half-court jumpers and swishing them fuckers while y'all can't make a 25-footer and y'all got air balls from 25 feet. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out.
I think on one of the biggest stages with people tuned in an all-star setting that was invested in more than any other all-star game previously.
Thank you.
Without Caitlin Clark.
Thank you.
Right? She was not playing. I think it was an opportunity to really go out there, and it was an added opportunity. It's not going to subtract anything, but I think the narrative on Monday would have been, well, how come the guys don't play in the all-star game? How come these ladies come out there and they hoop and they understand their responsibility? Like, I just think that it would have really maximized the moment of wearing the shirt along with giving the product. Because I tried to watch the All-Star game, I'll be honest. But after one slow Euro step and people pulling up for them, I was like, I can't. I'm a fan of the WNBA and I can't watch this. So I just think that, no, you all didn't have to, but I think it was an opportunity that you could have built on, like, more momentum, if that makes sense.
No, it does. It does make sense. But live, laugh, and love.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Live life and love. Fuck you, Aaliyah. Yeah, fuck you. See, I can't respect you. And y'all wonder why I say I would trade that girl straight up for fucking Angel Reese? It's because of bullshit like that. She doesn't take the game seriously. She doesn't care about her sport. She thinks it's a big fucking joke. That's my problem with Aaliyah Boston. Her entire attitude to playing basketball is live life and love, happy, bell, bell, bell. Get the fuck out of here. You're playing professional sports. You're playing a professional fucking sport. You have a fucking all-time great sitting here telling you, I'm a fan of the game, and I could not watch it because it was so bad. Understand, people. I got 3 televisions in my freaking TV room. I got the big 75 and I got 2 43s. And I had one of the 43s on the game. And I had the fights on the fight on the big screen. And let me tell you, I watched 5 minutes of that shit. It was on my screen. I watched 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, my eyes didn't even look at that shit other than to give people updates on the score while I was on the live. But watch it. It was horrendous. The first 5 minutes were horrendous. And you're being told by a former all-time great that you've agreed to do a podcast with, and you're being told by her, y'all blew an opportunity, and you, Aaliyah Boston, do not get that. You don't get that. and you wore them bullshit ass t-shirts, and then you put on that dog shit performance, and you think that that's fucking pay you what we owe. First of all, I don't owe you dick, because the league has lost $500 million in the last 30 fucking years, and now y'all think y'all want to get some money out of them because they're selling franchise fees for new teams based on who? Caitlin Clark. Y'all have the opportunity to put on a show for people without Caitlin Clark out there, and you blew it, and you're being told that, and you're sitting here arguing with fucking Candace Parker, who is literally telling you, I'm a fan, and I couldn't watch it. Now imagine the people who aren't fans, the casual observer. The NBA has far more casual observers than the WNBA. The NBA had the lowest ratings of an All-Star game in, I don't know, 50 years, something like that, this past year. And it was still 3 times that of what the WNBA just did. Still like 3 times more. Because their casual observers are still greater, because watching men shoot 45-footers and watching men have dunk contests is still far more entertaining than watching a fucking layup or a freaking 25-footer from a woman that goes for an air ball. No disrespect, but reality. And again, Candace Parker covers the men's game. She can't cover the women's game. Why do you think? They couldn't fucking stomach the shit she would say about them. I wish they would put her on women's games. She would crucify them with criticism. She has more right to criticize them than any person they got on that damn TV for ESPN, ION, CBS, any of them networks. Monica McNutt's fucking background doesn't hold a candle to Candace Parker. Andrea Carter's background doesn't hold a candle to Candace Parker. Carolyn Peck's background doesn't hold a candle to Candace Parker's background. Elle Duncan's background doesn't hold a candle. And any one of them other chicks that they got on fucking ION Network. Rebecca Lobo doesn't hold a candle to what Candace Parker accomplished. She's covering men because she's respected. She's respected. Chinea Gumake doesn't hold a candle to her. Like, can we stop with this shit? There's a reason Candace Parker's sitting up there with Shaq, with Dwayne Wade, occasionally with Charles Barkley and maybe Kenny Smith on some nights, I presume. But I've seen her covering tons of men's basketball, NBA ball. She holds people accountable. And Aaliyah Boston's not accountable. And she's literally trying to laugh off what was absolute certifiable dog shit garbage. Can you imagine paying $1,000 to go watch that fucking trash? I couldn't do it. I would be losing my mind. Because the one thing that I had gained a respect for from the WNBA players was that I always believed that those women were always going to play hard. They were always going to play hard. And what they did in that game was a disservice to their sport, a disservice to themselves. It embarrassed them, and it made a mockery of their game. And it did the exact opposite of what they could have done by putting on a classic all-star game. Like, people don't seem to remember that back in the 80s and 90s, yeah, the games might have been a little bit less intense, but when it was game time, all those dudes wanted to win. And all those dudes, that's why you had scores that were 110 to 108. It wasn't because these are the greatest players in the world, locking each other the fuck down, taking it seriously. And the women had that chance to do that and back up their t-shirts, which are ridiculous. And instead they did the opposite. And they showed us why they shouldn't get paid what they think they are owed. I salute Candace Parker. I appreciate Candace Parker. I don't always agree with her. But at the end of the day, she has no problem standing on what she believes, and she'll fucking say it, while all these other fucking women won't say a damn word. And you listen to Aaliyah Boston, a 24-year-old child, sit here and say, oh, we had to play in 2 days. You act like you played 35 minutes, man. It's an all-star game. You act like you played 35 minutes. It's an all-star game. And that's why I'm not a fan of Aaliyah Boston, because of shit like that. Because Aaliyah Boston doesn't take shit seriously. Everything to Aaliyah Boston comes across like a fucking joke. Just like the regular games do to her, to seem to come across to me when she's playing too. And that's why, again, once again, I'll remind you, once again, I would trade her ass in a fucking second for Angel Reese. Y'all leave y'all thoughts in the comments. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I hope you don't unsubscribe because of my opinion. But if you do, oh well. Such is life. I'll see y'all tomorrow or definitely Friday for a live. Maybe I get on tomorrow night if possible. But I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all as always. Like, subscribe, and follow. Leave a comment. Let me know y'all thoughts. This is Rudy's Rant. Her game, her way, women's basketball. Come on now.